Hey y'all, it's your girl TT, and I am back with a brief little life update um, regarding the sickle cell and everything. So, this year and the end of last year has been a rough few months for me. Um, the end of last year, I would say starting around November, I started feeling bad out of the blue. Um, it seemed like when I get out of the house, that's when I feel bad. So I started feeling bad out of the blue, real bad sore throats and and like neck pain and stuff. So in November, that went on for like a couple of weeks. Then it slacked down for about 3 weeks in December. It slacked down, and toward the end of December, it picked back up. It was so bad to the point where I had to be rushed to the ER um, because I wind up getting sick from someone. Now, know, if you have sickle cell, if you know somebody with sickle cell, like our immune system is so freaking low that we can be around a person that seems completely healthy, completely fine, and that person might have one germ on them and it's not affecting them because their immune system is is higher. But me and that our immune system is so low, when we touch them or we hug them or something, it picks up on us just like that. And so, like, um, the day after Christmas, I wind up feeling so bad, so sick, so sick, to the point where, um, the day after that, because I did have my little baby, my godchild with me, um, to the point where the day after that, I had to go to the emergency room. I got to the emergency room, and the emergency room doctor, thank God for him, um, they ran all kind of tests and seen that I had um, the flu and pneumonia. So he came in, he was like, if I send you home, you might not make it. But he was so blunt and so honest with me. So at first, I did not want to stay in the hospital because it was like 1 in the morning, and my mama was the one who drove me home. I mean, drove me to the ER. It was just me and her, and my mom she does not drive at night. So I didn't want to stay because I didn't want her to have to drive at night by herself. I would have came back the next day, but the doctor was so insistent on me staying. He said he couldn't make me stay, but he was very insistent on me staying. But ultimately, it was my decision. So I had made the decision to go home, and so his nurse told him that I wanted to go home. So he came back in the room and he was like, I can't make you stay, but I'm telling you it's imperative that you do stay. So he convinced me to stay or whatever. But I was just scared to stay because I didn't want my mama to have to drive home alone at 1 something in the morning, being that people drive crazy at night. So um, she assured me that she was gonna be okay. She stayed. I mean, she left or whatever, and they brought me to my room. And y'all, when I tell y'all, they kept drawing vials after vials, and um, kept drawing blood, and they gave me fluids, and they kept coming in checking on me. But I will say this: it has improved a lot. The hospital stays have improved a lot because the nurses don't come in, like the night nurses don't come in a lot, a lot to stick you or to draw blood or do vitals or nothing like that. They don't do that a lot at night. So at night you're able to get a little more rest. Now in the daytime they coming in, they coming in, they coming in. So I'm like, when I tell y'all I was so drained and so tired, my throat was hurting so bad. My body just felt so weak. I couldn't barely make it to the bathroom. Sometimes um, it was just a lot. It was a lot. So finally, I get discharged. Oh wait, the the day doctor, I mean, came in and she gave me some news, and she was like, I have a, I have enlarged kidneys, which to this day I am getting a second opinion because she, after she told me I had an enlarged kidney, I told my regular doctor, and he was like, no, you know, you don't have an enlarged kidney, whatever the case may be. So after he said that, now that I got two doctors on opposite sides, I'm getting a second opinion. So after she said I had an enlarged kidney, it kind of sparked my interest because it's like, I have been noticing some things, but we'll see. I'll try to keep y'all updated on that part. Then, um, I got discharged and I had to do a lot of resting. I rest a lot. Rest, rest, rest because my body needed to get back to its regular 100% state. So it took me about it took me a long time to get healed. Um, then a few a couple months, I'm gonna say a couple months after that, because we in March. I mean April. So April come around, I get sick again, but I had went outside. I didn't go out to like a club or nothing. I just went to spend the night with my sister, and which everybody was fine there. Everybody was fine. But um, I come back home, and again, like 12:30 midnight, I get so sick to the point where I'm catching chills. I have a fever of 104, y'all. 104.5 to be exact. And I feel like the fever would have been way higher if I hadn't taken some pain medicine that I had. So 104.5, I woke up. I had the chills. My body was aching. I couldn't get warm for nothing. I had long sleeves and socks on, which if y'all know me, I do not wear long sleeves or socks. Especially to go to bed. But I had long sleeves and socks on, y'all. I go to the emergency room. I wake up at 7:59. Now, being that I was sick, um, at 12:30, I was on the phone with a friend or whatever. 12:30, we stayed on the phone till about 4 something, and I wake up at 7:58 exactly. And y'all, when I say it took me so much strength just to get up out of the bed, it took me about 30, oh yeah, maybe like 15, 20 minutes to get up out the bed because it's just, I knew I needed to get up and ask to go to the emergency room, but it took me so much strength. I got up. I'm moving so slow, y'all. My heartbeat was just out of my chest, beeping, 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 beeping. So, I asked my stepdad to bring me to the emergency room, which he did, no hesitation. I got to the emergency room. It took me about 40 minutes, y'all, just to dress me because I did not have enough strength. It was kind of cool outside, so I wanted to make sure I had some good layers on. Um, I had my thick pajamas on with some socks and some slippers. And I had to pack an overnight bag just in case they decided that they wanted to keep me. So we pull up to the emergency room. I tell the emergency room doctor everything that's going on. I tell them I have a headache so bad out of this world. I have a sore throat so bad, and I feel so weak. And which the nurse that check you in, she just kind of did like, like that or whatever. Um, I'm just like, what are you shaking your head for? But whatever, neither here or there. Um, so I'm feeling so weak. I can barely walk, y'all. Every time I walk, my heart rate is going up, fever is going up, everything just going up. So they called me to the back. They triaged me, did everything they supposed to do. Then they put me in my room, and here comes the people that do the blood work. They are sticking me, like they stuck me like 2 or 3 times, taking my blood pressure. They made me pee in a cup Like they made me do everything, and which took so much out of me just to pee in a cup and sit up and move it, do this and do that. It was like, oh my God, really? Let's just hurry up and get it over this. So, um, then they come get me like a couple of hours later. This is for I stayed in that waiting room, y'all, for about 4 or 5 hours. Um, they were just, I guess, running tests, running tests, running tests. And finally, the doctor comes in and talks to me. All of my blood test results came back negative. I did not have nothing wrong. They all came back negative. So finally, the doctor comes in and talks to me. He's like, you know, I um my body is fighting something. And he was like, my white cell counts are super low. Now, if you know your white cell counts are low, you may already know what that means. So he's like, your body is fighting an infection. And he wanted to say something else, but he didn't want to say something else, if y'all know what I mean. So I didn't let it scare me or whatever. I already knew what he mean about that, but I didn't let it scare me. Um, he was like, yeah, your white blood cells counts are really low. We're just waiting on your CT scans to come back. CT scan came back clear. Um, he asked me if I take dialysis or if I have. Basically, it was questions around my kidneys, and I'm just like, no. The last time I brought up my kidney issues, I brought it up to my doctor, and he just kind of like, let it roll off his shoulder or whatever. So he was like, but he didn't want to say nothing against, the doctor or whatever. But he was like, he just kept bringing up the kidneys or whatever. So that's what also made me want to get a second opinion about the kidneys, just to really make sure like there's nothing going on, nothing that I need to be concerned about or anything like that. So, um, yeah, I'm getting my second opinion. I already have the doctor's name and number. All I have to do is just call him, um, and see where he's at, what he says, or whatever, and just go from there. So I'll be documenting that. So if y'all want to stay tuned and see where everything goes at next. Every time I go outside, it does feel like everything wants to come back. I'm still not fully 100% recovered from feeling bad, but I am a whole lot better. So, y'all just keep me in prayer. Um, and yeah, I'll keep y'all updated and we'll see what happens next. I love y'all, T babies, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.